Count Binface needs to win. It's not a question of if he can win, he just needs to. It's for the sake of humanity, for crying out loud. And I can't believe I'm even saying that, but it's true. If Nigel Farage gets in, well then, God help the UK, God help Europe, God help anyone and everyone upon this earth. This is one of the weirdest elections that I've ever seen. I mean, a guy dressed up, pretending to be a bin person from another planet is going up against the guy that ruined Britain. The guy who impoverished his own country, even more so than it had already been. That guy is going up against a man dressed as a bin. I'm going to just say that one more time so that it sinks in completely. Nigel Farage, one of the most racist politicians in the UK, a guy who looks like an actual toad, was brought to life, became a human, and then got a job as an upper-class twit. That man, who could potentially be the next Prime Minister, is going up against Count Binface. Also, Brexit. Let's talk about that now. The UK has now been impoverished, okay? All right? The UK was already a pretty terrible place to live. I should know, because I actually did live there when I was a teenager. I've got British parents, and let me tell you this for nothing. We were there during Brexit. It was not a good time. This is what Nigel Farage has done. He doesn't care about the poor, okay? Never has done, never will do. Also, as well, his girlfriend, Maggie Thatcher, she was the one who started this process. She destroyed the unions back in the 1980s. She deindustrialized. She treated poor people worse than, I think, Richard II, who actually killed peasants back in the medieval times. And yet, Nigel Farage, right, he took his girlfriend's policy of crush the unions, crush poor people, and then went, I think I'll do that, but even worse. How? How do you ruin the UK, a failed state, even more so than Margaret Thatcher? He is worse than Thatcher. He is the Antichrist. He is worse than the devil himself. I will, however, say that he does have some good points. And no, I just joked. That was a joke. He is totally, completely, and utterly insufferable. I wish I could just strangle him to death. Oh, and also as well, he's friends with Trump. That's another thing too. Trump, who's a part of the Epstein class. Here's the thing. If it looks like a pedo, talks like a pedo, has sex with underage girls, probably a pedo. That's who Nigel Farage hangs out with. That's who he's friends with, yeah? You see, Trump, he pretends that he's somehow a blue-collar billionaire. Trump pretends to be not one of the elites, same as Farage, but they are all elites. They don't care about us. They don't care about these sex crimes. That's what you're voting for. A bunch of evil, horrible sex pests. That's what you get when you vote for Nigel Farage and Donald Trump. This is what Brexit and MAGA does. Whereas, if you don't like the elites, vote for Count Binface. That's the only other alternative. It is Binface or nothing. Also, Count Binface kind of has a bit of a history of taking on the elites. Unsuccessfully, mind you, but at least he fights. At least he stands up for us. And by the way, Count Binface is more of a man of the people than Boris Johnson or Nigel Farage or Trump could ever possibly imagine. And I am being completely serious. I think that Count Binface is the most honourable, the most trustworthy, truth-telling politician that the UK and the world has ever seen. No joke, no exaggeration, he is the best. Now, it's a low bar to clear, but still though, Count Binface, I really truly do believe that he can actually turn the UK around. That isn't a joke. He wants to nationalise Adele, build at least one affordable house, as well as also move the air dryer at the gents' toilets at a local pub to a more sensible position. The UK needs this, okay, all right? The UK needs this more than they need unions, clean renewable energy and investment into infrastructure. If you vote for Count Binface, you will get change. Actual, real, proper change and progress. No joke, no word of a lie. That's what Binface will promise, and that's the reason why anybody in the UK needs to vote for him come the 13th of August. Okay, well, that's it. Thanks for listening to my rant.